Good morning, goddammit. This covers the first session of the week, which is Tuesday. Was gonna try and do it yesterday, but it just didn't happen. I got up early, got up 10 to 6, or actually got up 5:30, but chose to start working instead. And the deal I made with myself is if I got through my programming by 2, I would do the workout. That did not happen, so we're still on the Tuesday to Saturday gig, which is not ideal, but is what it is. So, usual deal for session 1, 3 doubles up the top set, cap on the top set of RPE 8. If the weight is not sufficient, we'll rep out to RPE 8. So 222 and a half warm myself actually felt pretty good up to 180.84, and then it felt okay. It wasn't bad. 225 again felt okay. Didn't feel snappy, didn't feel quick, but was fine. I actually kind of felt that pretty much all of these doubles were more or less the same speed. I didn't really feel a huge difference from 25 to 45. So the plan for the day, I wanted to move the first set up. So the first set started at 200, started the block, went up to 210. So I wanted to move the first set up to 220, 225. This was top set last week, did it for 4, probably at 8 or 7.5. So I wanted to move the weight up this week because I didn't want to stay at 230 because I need to get to around. I want to get to 280 double for British. That is my goal, so we'll see how I get there. I'm going to just try and get as close as I can. I'm not going to force it. I'm not pushing into RP 9s. So this double, I rated as 7.5 because I, for 100%, can definitely do 4, probably do 5. Might be able to do more, so I think 7.5 is conservative for that. So fairly happy with that. I will hold that weight for next week and try and progress it. Shoulder's been pretty sore. I mean, if you watched the last update, hip and shoulder were very, very sore on Saturday. Had an absolute nightmare of a session, but got through everything that was there. So the goal for this week is to come out the other end feeling better. I'm going to regress bench slightly. So target for bench this week is RP 6 for the heavy session, which is tomorrow. So I'm projecting I'll hit 170 for 5 or 6. I'll kind of see how it feels tomorrow. But I'm keeping it to RP 6 cap, so it should be fairly easy. I'll continue the single, so I'll probably just repeat 190 again next week, and I'll just see how my shoulder reacts to that workout. This felt pretty good. This was the same weight I did last week. I did 3 sets this week instead of 2 sets. Felt nice and controlled, felt light in the hands. I mean, it is piss light, but it felt pretty good. It felt productive. I didn't feel like a huge burning in my shoulder from doing it, so that was fine. Pause squat to finish off. So again, went the dog walk. This didn't work, so this is kind of later on in the day. Still fasted, probably a wee bit dehydrated, so maybe not in the best state for it. Went up to 200 kilos. So this is meant to be 4x4, but it ended up being 3x3 because the weight's just a little bit too heavy. So I'll hold this next week. Progression next week's probably just going to be 4x3 and then probably 4x4 the week after. So I'll hold it this week for 2 weeks probably. This is getting into pretty decent weight for me for this kind of condition. So no belt, no sleeves. Pause squat. My best ever pause squat is 260, but that's with belt and sleeves. And that was in personal best condition as well. I managed to squat 305, probably with a bit more left in the tank. So we're getting there. I think for 4s, like 220s probably as good as I would have done for sets. So this is getting there. My goal for this, probably if I get up to about 220, 230, stay at the same sort of RPE would be good. This is definitely a good weight to hang out on, I think. I'll see how I feel on Friday for the reps, but I might just repeat 190 again. Overall, good day's training. We'll see how deadlifts and bench go tomorrow. Back and hips feeling good, so I just want to maintain that. So I don't want to load my hip too much this week, so keep everything relatively the same and just kind of progress a little bit. So deadlift tomorrow, we'll see how we go with bench. Okay, see you in the next one.